Hi there. This is the Reverend Stephen McHale, here to show you how to stream a service from Christ Church out into the whole universe of God's creation, and how to insert pre-recorded content into the live stream. It's really a lot simpler than you think. You don't even have to take a shower before doing this kind of work, obviously. Start by getting your handy producing broadcasts and running sound at Christ Church worksheets. If you don't have one, reach out to me and I'll send one to you. The very first thing you do, step one, is turn on the main power strip. Power comes on, things light up. Step two, turn on the video camera. It's hard to see the button, but it's right down here. Turn that on, and it springs to life. Step three, check to make sure the Boxcast unit is powering up. This is the heart of our streaming system. It takes a signal from the video camera in one port, then takes the video camera comes in here, takes the audio from our sound system in another port, takes electricity from the house here, and then sends the whole thing out onto the internet through this data cable. Once you have 3 green lights lit, you are streaming. Right now we have power and signal coming in. We aren't streaming out yet because we haven't told it to do that. Next up, turn on the MacBook here at the desk. The password is 1700. You want to open up 2 browsers, one on the Boxcast app and another on Facebook or the church website on the monitor, so that you can monitor what is going on. On the Boxcast app, you want to go to Dashboard. On a Sunday morning, you'll see the broadcast of that day all set up and ready to go. You're going to click on it. Next, turn to our audio switcher right here. The audio switcher should always be set to input A, that is the left button pressed down, and we want to start with the house sound muted. This controls audio only from the house microphones, not from anything that comes off of your computer. The audio switcher, the only button you ever need to press is the house sound muting on and off. The AB is the input that comes in here. You just leave that one alone because we only have one input coming in. So you have it depressed for A. Next, we're going to turn on the house sound. This is our soundboard. It's really very simple. Press the main button in once, turn it, turns to on, and then confirm. Now, for the purposes of broadcasting, you're going to need to set the levels on all of the microphones in the church. You do that by selecting the mic, making sure it is not muted, and then turning it to the sound level that the manual tells us to. Mic number 3 goes to -6. Mic number 4 goes to -7.5. Mic number 5 turns to -6. Mic number 6 turns to -9.5. We use this one to pick up horns and live instruments, so it can be turned way down. Then you want to switch to the next set of mics, which are our wireless mics. Microphone 7 goes to -1.5. It gets turned way up. The pulpit goes to -9.5 when we have someone singing in it. Usually that's Eileen Meredith. Her voice is powerful enough to separate the waters of the Red Sea, so that mic goes way down. The Eagle, where people read from, goes to 2.5, And finally, the choir mic that picks up the piano, which is a very delicate, gentle instrument, goes to -1. Your sound is now set. The next step, you need to get up off of your arse and walk into the sacristy of the church. That's the place where we change into our angelic robes for church service. What you're going to do here is turn on the wireless mics. This large unit back here controls our wireless microphone system. These allow the speakers to walk around and have their voice magically magnified as if they were characters in Harry Potter. All you have to do is hit on, and slowly the lights come up. Here they come. Now, wireless is operable. Test, test, test. If it sounds like the voice of God, don't mistake yourself for me. That's just me. If it sounds loud, then they're working. Now the system is live and set to go. Anything that comes out of the camera or out of the microphones in the house will route through this ATM mini switcher into our Boxcast and out into the universe. As you can see, right now we have a live broadcast going. It's not very exciting though. Our broadcast is now running live. For the next step, we're going to learn how to run pre-recorded video into the switcher so that we can toggle back and forth between live feeds coming in off our camera and audio coming off the house to audio and video coming off of a computer. It's pretty simple. So the basic setup is like this. From your computer, you want to have it plugged into power so it doesn't go to sleep on you. Then you want to run an HDMI cable out of one of your computer's ports into port number 2 on the back of the switcher. Let's see if I can show you that. So here's port number 1, here's port number 2. That means anything that is played across your computer screen will go into the switcher. Another step to check when you are pushing audio from your computer into the switcher is to make sure your audio output is set to HDMI. Sometimes the Mac sets this automatically, sometimes it doesn't, so it's worth double checking. So under System Preferences, click on Sound, then check Output, and you'll need to select BMD HDMI. That ensures the sound is going from your Mac out to the system. Next, you want to make sure the mics or the audio on the switcher is set to on. So you've got 4 buttons to push. Under mic 1 and mic 2, you want to switch to on and on. Same thing down below, the next set of buttons. Switch to on and on. Now, when you switch from input 1, which is the camera and house, to input 2, you'll be switching the camera over and starting to draw audio off of your computer. The next step you need to take, however, is to mute the house sound so that that does not bleed into your video. It works like this. Queue up your video on your computer. If you're doing multiple videos, you want to stack them in a row so that they play in the right order. You want to go to View and enter full screen because the folks at home will see exactly what your screen shows. Now, I'm going to switch to input 2. So audio and video is now coming from the computer into the switcher, and I'm going to mute the house sound. Now I start playing the video. Here's the ski video I made with my children the other day. It's going to start playing. It's going to push into the streaming box over here and go out onto the internet. Due to latency, it's going to take a little while to show up over here, about 45 to 60 seconds. See, the video is playing on the computer here that is serving up the video, and then it is showing up a few moments later on the computer that we are using to monitor the stream with. To switch back to live and in the house, we would let the video finish, pause it, switch back to input number 1, and turn the house sound back on. Now, in just a few moments, we will see the monitor switch to the house and our service continues. Really it. You can simply repeat that process over and over and toggle back and forth between the live and the recorded video. The last step is shutting the whole thing down. When the service ends, you go to your Boxcast controller and hit Stop Broadcast. Stop Broadcast kills the broadcast. Then you simply kill the main power strip, and you have to turn off the camera separately since it has a battery backup. You can also turn off the sound system here and the wireless system in the back. It's just that easy. It is so easy, in fact, that now I am going to train Herr Musikmeister Michael Moran to do the very same thing. That means if there are any problems in the future, you can blame them on Michael, not on me.